Are you one of those individuals who doesn't care about space shooters, but slap a sexy looking girl on the cover and fill the game with hot alien hentai action, and suddenly your wallet just gets vacuumed into the deep darkness of what you thought was a boring video game genre? Well, in that case, turn up the volume and sit back because we are going to talk about Aster. Welcome everyone, I'm EroGuySensei, bringing you the news and reviews of adult games from across the world it seems, because yet again, this game is not from Japan either, which I thought was going to be a theme on this channel, but seems like I need to change my entrance. Anyway, today I'm reviewing Aster. It's a pixel-styled arcade space shooter mixed with hentai, made by Chaos, and I hope I have pronounced that right. Don't get tangled in the name, however, there was nothing I could find about the developer other than just the name and that this game seems to be from Canada. I don't normally play space shooters, but Aster was able to capture my eye with its colorful theme and well-crafted pixel art. A short game packed with lots of action and chaos, Aster challenges hardcore level of players to try and beat its 38 levels of pure hell and torture. This game really grabs you on the balls and makes you sit down and master everything about it before it allows you to fully appreciate and enjoy it. To many, this could be a good thing, but the problem comes with how short of a game Aster ends up being. By the time when you start to have real fun with the game, it ends and leaves you with little to no reason to replay it. Having said that, don't let my depressing statement of a short experience shy you away from this game. Aster by all means is not a bad game, quite opposite actually, but that doesn't mean it's without its problems. Let's start from the beginning. When starting a new game, you are given a choice to choose from 4 different spacecrafts. I played all of them, and unfortunately the difference between them comes down to very minor and insignificant starting stats. In Aster, your spacecraft carries 4 different stats: health, strength, range and size. Each of these 4 spacecrafts starts with 1 extra point on one of these 4 stats. Health by its very nature allows you to get more hit by the enemy before losing. Strength on the other hand allows you to deal with your enemies more quicker, making each of your shots stronger. Range makes your bullets travel further, allowing you to reach enemies from more safer distance. Size, being the last but not least, enlarges your bullets, making it easier to hit enemies. Going back to selecting your spacecraft out of the 4 options, it really doesn't matter what you pick since you are going to be purchasing more points on each of your stats throughout the short game, and very soon, that 1 point you started with is completely forgotten. By beating the game 4 times, I was able to fully test all the spacecrafts and their so-called unique starts. Little to no difference whatsoever, the most powerful start and the only start you would ever want is the green spacecraft blessed with an extra health. For someone who is playing the game for the first time, it's crucial to have a little more forgiveness at the start when learning to control your character, which by the way, is one of the most hardest things I have ever come across in a hentai game. Not only is the game hard by itself, but you will learn to master the controls even after playing the game multiple times, and it can be either a blessing or a curse depending on how you like your suffering being served. The pure torture these controls put me through is something I can't describe with mere words. This needs to be experienced to fully understand my pain. I died so many times during my first playthrough that I was almost certain that it would be impossible for me to beat the game. It wasn't the ultimate chaos of enemies and their projectiles, asteroids and sharp obstacles that was the end of me. No, it was the horrible controls of zero gravity in space that was far too realistic for a video game of this nature. If you have ever played an ice level in any platformer, you can only begin to understand a fraction of my frustration when trying to dodge everything that can kill me. It feels impossible at times. Shit gets thrown at you from all directions and things can even travel beyond the screen and pop out from the other side. This would be all good and dandy if only my character was more responsive when I tried to move out from the way of danger. Many times when I tried to do that, all I did was spin around like an idiot, right into another hazard, and another one. And another one. To me, the controls were an ugly game design and something which almost took all the fun out of the game for me. It took me more than 4 playthroughs to get used to the controls, but Aster is not a type of game you should give that much attention to, unless you really like these type of games. I could make an entire video about how much I hate these controls, but having said that, you need to understand one thing about me. I don't play space shooters. I don't really know what to expect from these type of games. What is horrible for me can be exactly what you expect from your experience. so take all I just said with a grain of salt. Despite the bad controls in my opinion, there's fun to be had in Aster. The addictingly good space combat led by beautiful pixel graphics and stunningly good music and sound is the saving grace of the game before I even mention Hentai. The game has power-ups and they gave a real kick in the combat, allowing me to approach hard levels from different angles and gain victory by trying something new. If only I had stayed in my fantasy land of thinking there was no overpowered weapon in the game. However, unfortunately there is, and after realizing its true potential, I was able to win every level with a laugh that before this had offered real challenge. Of course, since it's a single player game, it's easy to ignore this power-up and simply decide on not using it. But sometimes in levels, power-ups start floating around, and even when you don't want to pick them, thanks to the hard controls, you sometimes end up doing things you didn't want to do. Perhaps the last thing left unmentioned before the hentai is the game's bosses. They are an extra layer of fun and great challenge, which not only are hard to get to, but also hard to beat. Except for the final boss. And I know it might be a spoiler to reveal this, but seriously, this boss was beyond disappointing. In a game like Aster, where everything kills you and forces you to play well, the final boss feels lazy and rushed, requiring only a few hits to be killed. After that there's absolutely nothing, the game soon just returns back to main screen, giving you little to no reason to replay it. All the different looking spacecrafts control the same, which is a missed opportunity to give the game replay value. I would have welcomed the chance to try and find the spacecraft that suits my playstyle. Also, with only 38 levels, I quickly got bored with them. After couple playthroughs, there really isn't a reason to replay them for more than that. The game doesn't offer a secret reward for playing the game 4 times using all the different spacecrafts, so that also puts a final nail in the coffin. But perhaps I sound too harsh on the game. It only costs around $7, and I even got it for less than that on sale. On top of decently good space shooter experience, Aster also comes with well-crafted beautiful pixel-styled short hentai animations, which are just a delight to look at, to be honest. The cute-looking space pilot gets attacked by aliens upon defeat, which unlocks the scenes to your gallery that can be accessed from the main menu. Majority of the hentai is based on tentacle action, which in my opinion was done really well. For $7 and a little less than that, I would say Aster was a decent experience. It's nothing amazing, but neither is it bad. It can offer a couple hours of fun at best, and it's up to you to decide whether that is worth your money. I would recommend it for any fan of space shooters, as well as for those who are looking for a great challenge in their hentai games. I hope that Aster gets a chance to improve upon its concept and size. A large space shooter with more action, weapons, levels, enemies and hentai would definitely get me excited if it's done with same graphics. If this video got you hopeful to try out Aster, you can download the demo from DL side and see for yourself if it bites you. If you are lucky enough, depending on when you watch this video, DL side is holding a crazy up to 90% off sale and it lasts only till 9th of May. You can get Aster right now for only $3. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to learn more about adult games from Japan. If you have a game you wish me to review or talk about, leave the name in the comments and I'll see if I can get around it in the future. With all said and done, I'll see you in the next video.